There exists a common belief that reality is nothing but an illusion, and I feel like there are a few people on this earth that, drawing from the false teachings of Buddhism and other religious and philosophical ideas from East and West, that somehow reality is an illusion and nothing really exists, and yeah, everything's just not real. Everything's an illusion, and what we perceive is just somehow um, a fake or just a deception. Um, I've spoken with many people in the past that had gone to university to study philosophy, and basically they used to have good conversations with these people, and when they came back after studying philosophy at university, they had all these interesting ideas about reality not existing, being an illusion, and that nothing's really real, and so on and so forth. And I always found this a little bit, mm, well, it was an obvious displaying of a lack of intelligence, that something as basic and clear as your existence, your breath, and the fact that you need to eat food and drink to stay alive, and the processes of your body, and the healing of your cuts and wounds, and the beating of your heart, and so on, and all the different real things that anyone can observe on a daily basis, how the body actually is, how it functions, how it works, all the different interrelated factors, the organs and the skin and the hair that grows on the head and the face and the body, and the eyes water when there's some dust or particles, and the ears, everything that really exists. I always found it a little bit dumb, quite frankly, that someone could think such an unintelligent thing after being educated at a formal in a formal institution. Um, there is also the belief, widespread belief on this planet today, of different entities, spirits, and gods, goddesses, and ascended masters, and all kinds of enlightened beings and spirits and spiritual masters and whatnot, that somehow guide us in our daily lives, and in some cases even fully responsible for our life and our destiny. Many people pray to these entities, non-existent entities, for their own health and direction in their life, without realizing that they themselves have all of the power that they require to then live the life that they want to live, and steer and direct their own life in their own way, um, to gain good outcomes, good results, and good successes, not only for yourself as an individual, but then also for the world of nature and your fellow human beings. It's all to do with our own consciousness. We have the power within ourselves, and we are absolutely 100% responsible for our own thoughts, feelings, and actions. There isn't any deities or gods, goddesses, spirits, ascended masters that are doing it for us, and directing and steering our lives. This is not something worthy of attention. I don't think it basically just serves to keep the person powerless, that the person has no effect on their own life and their own destiny, and so on. And I think that now is high time for human beings on this planet to wake up to the fact that they're responsible for their own thoughts and feelings and decisions. So in this light, I just want to clarification from this small booklet, which which is a clarification, an explanation by Ptah from a contact report from the 9th of December 2013. It doesn't say which contact report on this small booklet. But anyway, so Ptah says as follows: the natural world, which exists in material and fine substantial formation, corresponds to alone the reality, and only in it is also the effective truth given. Therefore, the truth can nowhere else be found as in the reality itself. The entire thing explains that the natural world doesn't only have a material reality and truth, but also a fine substantial reality and truth. With this, under the term fine substantial, which actually corresponds to a fine substantial consciousness energetic factor, effectively must be understood as a finest substantial, the German word Feinstofflichkeit. So there's the fine substantial and the finest substantial, even finer, because it corresponds to a pure creation energetic nature that is many times finer graded as the fine substantial that exists and forms a symbiosis with the pure material. So just to clarify that rough translation of this explanation by Ptah, that the natural world that exists in reality that we perceive every day, that consists of our body, our organs, and our entire biological, chemical, etc. makeup, and the interaction of our biological, chemical, consciousness related makeup with the external world, the world of plants, the fauna and the flora, and the planet itself, and then all the cosmic influences and so on that come in, is reality and truth. There doesn't exist a reality anywhere outside of the real reality that exists in material, fine substantial, and finest substantial, or creation energetic energy, basically. So this is really, for me, this is very important to understand that reality isn't an illusion. The reality that exists and that we live in is real reality and truth. And with that being said, also in this book here, which is Billy Edward Albert Meier, the Lehre der Schöpfungsenergie, Teaching of the Creation Energy, on page 41, he says, "In the first place of the learning of the teaching of the creation energy stands the conscious observation, recognition, and the acquiring for oneself of the effective facts of the reality and its truth, and indeed everything, every matter, every given, every occurrence, every happening, observation, perception, and every experience, and indeed everything truthful in general, everything that truly exists generally." So basically what that is saying is that the study of the teaching starts with the clear observation of reality and its truth and everything that exists really, and then from this work, this necessary learning that we have to do, this schooling of our consciousness to be able to perceive clearly reality and its truth as displayed in the real natural world, in the coarse and fine material realms, is basically the first step in the learning of the teaching, and also in everything in one's life, because only through a clear perception of reality and a clarity with regard to what reality is, how it really functions, and what results and effects and outcomes are generated through very specific causes and events and occurrences, only then can we take responsibility and learn to steer our own thoughts and feelings and actions and decisions in such a way that we can then create a good world to live in first, and secondly, we can evolve in our consciousness. We can learn deeper mysteries about the universe and about ourselves and our overall evolution in the creation. So I think that should be enough for today. So thank you and Salome.